you were on a team, then you became a single agent, and now you're talking about maybe going back to a team or figuring out if a team makes sense for you. And that's kind of why you want to sit down today, right? All right, so my first question is, here you are today. Can you see on my screen right here?
Yeah.
My drawing. Where are you trying to go with real estate? What do you want out of your life?
Of course, not to be paycheck to paycheck, but to be able to take family vacations and, have the things that I don't want to have to choose between. So I don't want to have to choose between work and family. So what I want out of real estate is to be able to have that balance and be able to never miss a birthday and, but yet support a lifestyle that I can just make a lot of memories with.
Sure. Okay.
So many people just trade time for money, and in like a corporate world, it's like the more time you put in, the more money you get. But I'm looking for something different.
That's super good clarity. Usually I got to dig for people. But it sounds like what you're trying to get at is time freedom, money freedom, right? You want to make more money, maybe passively. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to be able to go on family vacations, and you want to have a balance between work and your life. And that's kind of one of the reasons you're trying to figure out whether a team makes sense or not.
Right.
Because it's going to give you some of those things.
Right, absolutely. To have people support you so that you can go on those, but yet have the freedoms to kind of work at nighttime or work on a weekend and take that day when your kid is sick. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a question for you. In order for you to make a lot more money, so like let's just say this is your income stream right here.
Yeah.
In order for you to make a lot more money, do you think, what do you think is going to happen to your time?
I'm going to be using a lot more of it, but hopefully very efficiently.
Sure.
And that's the perk of a team, is having that experience to say this is the best way you can spend your time in the most efficient way to follow up on leads, or these are the ones you should be focusing on, or this is what I'm going to show you so that things aren't slipping through the cracks.
Sure. So some of the benefits are of on a team. We'll call it the pros versus the cons. What are you, so what do you think you're going to get on a team that you might not get on your own?
Experience.
Experience?
So having that mentor to bounce questions off of when you're in situations you haven't been in before. Okay. There's, of course, the marketing piece to get yourself out there and pay for things that I wouldn't be able to normally pay for. Zillow leads and that kind of stuff. The signs. So that's a big part, getting started.
Cost of the signs?
Yeah.
Sure.
So just cost of... And I guess really just systems. I feel like there's a lot of systems that, are out there, but it's like how to efficiently use one that's going to elevate your business to a level that I'm looking to be at in the next couple of years.
Sure.
So versus trying to fumble to figure it out, I think the idea of somebody who's already done that and can share that and say why, like I think that that'll be a big value.
Okay.
And then just a team support. Like I think it's more fulfilling to win together. And that's important to me to...
Culture of a team?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, to support each other. And, you go through hard things together, but you go through good things together. And I think for me, my background comes from managing a team. And it's really fulfilling to be able to go through steps of success together.
Okay. So, is there anything else in business that you think you're going to get? All of these right here I want you to think about, this is all business, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we summed up your two things, it's two things. It's time and it's freedom. Because if you have the more money you have, the more time and freedom you have to make decisions. As you get time back, you can give it to your family and go on vacations.
Right.
Okay. But if you're on a team now, all right, so let's just call this, like personally, what does it do?
Well, I hope that it would allow me to perform at a level that gives me the freedom to do those things that I want with family.
Okay, so we perform at a higher level.
Yeah. But that's still, I guess, business. But business drives personal.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, so it funds your personal, right?
Yeah.
We're all in business to fund what we want personally. Right. So it'll perform at a higher level, and then you'll be able to give time back to your family.
Yeah.
Okay. What's maybe a negative of joining a team, business-wise?
Of course, there's the split.
Yeah. Instead of split, I'm going to say cost of sale. It's
like cost of mentorship.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep. Okay. What else is the downside of joining a team?
The dynamic. I think, of course, you would always want to join a team hoping for everything to go smoothly, but getting to know those new people, like sometimes that's a struggle for me, especially in a work relationship. So a lot of things you can control, but something you can't control is what other people do. So that's something that's really important to me, is that there's just a lot of support overall, and that the dynamic is good.
So you just a possible negative side of joining a team is you're not sure of the culture and how the culture of that team. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
And how you fit.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a risk right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to put trust.
Mm-hmm. What else do you think is a downside of joining a team?
I think because the cost of sales is higher, you have to perform more. So there's a little bit more pressure to do more to get the same results. So if you're going to join a team, it's almost like you can't just do twice as much. Mm-hmm. You need to do now 3 times as much. So I guess the pressure of, will I be able to do that? Will it make more sense? Or is what I've got going on right now, is it better to just try to roll?
Yep.
That.
As an individual agent.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. What does it do for you personally? What's the negative side of your personal life if you join a team? I guess you kind of said it with selling more houses.
Yeah.
There's a chance it could put downward pressure on your time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really am a people person, so I really enjoy working together with people. So the potential that somebody brings a little bit of bad personal into work every day, that could affect you personally. Sure. But that goes back to the team dynamic and kind of trusting that everyone's there for the right reasons and they're all there to support you.
Sure. So you've been kind of mulling this around for a couple weeks, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's talk about what's a benefit of staying on your own?
Freedom and flexibility.
Okay.
If you got something that's going on personally, it's pretty easy to make that time for yourself to say, I've got time to go get a haircut today or pop over for my grandma's birthday, or those little things that maybe if you feel on a team they're expecting something of you that you maybe might feel guilty for leaving and doing something else. So for me, it's just me that I have to justify why I'm doing something.
Yeah, it's for yourself.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, what's another benefit of staying on your own?
The split.
Yep, you get the higher income. Yep. So where are you leaning?
I am split right down the middle, to be honest.
Sure.
I look at all the things that I get from joining a team, and I think that I'm not using all of my time to its potential. And so in that way, I think having a mentor and having systems and having somebody that can say, this is what you could be doing, and this is, why it could be pushing you 3 times as far to reinforce the cost that it would be to be there. So that's really appealing to me. I didn't get in this to be part-time or to get out in a year. This is what I want to do for a very long time. So to push that forward.
Do you think that, if you're doing what you're hoping to do, it's going to cost you an extra $20,000?
At least $20,000.
Right. There's typically 2 things that I encourage people to do at this point, because this is very common. This is a very common thing. There's some people that get on teams and absolutely thrive, and then there's some people that get on teams and wish they hadn't. One of the first things I try to tell people is you can either hire a coach, which is investing in your team, or you can go on a team, right? If you're not liking where you are now, or you're going, I feel like I need a team, something's got to change, or something should change. Either your habits, you join a team, or possibly invest in yourself, right? Because instead of paying out a commission, now maybe you're paying for your own coach, that actually works for you, right? That's another option. Did you ever think of that?
Yeah. Being in Bold, they talked a lot about coaching and mentorship, and maybe that would be a 10% cost of sales versus what the cost of sale is to have the team lead.
There you go.
So definitely have considered that. I think you'd get a lot more from a team lead, but it costs more. So it's, I guess, depending where you're at and what you see benefits you most.
Yeah. So you're at a cool point, because you know that something's going to change and you got to do something.
Yeah.
You're just not enjoying sitting there not making a decision, right?
Right.
Yeah. So now what I like to do is, when I got a tough situation like this, is just start asking myself questions about, you get to create your own destiny, you get to create your own life. Let's start moving some things around. Okay. For what I want out of to make more money, you have to set this yourself. And I'm just going to throw a number out there. This isn't your number, but let's just say for you to make $50,000 for the year. Let's just throw that out there, okay? What do you have to do for you to make that $50,000, right, on a team? And are you okay with that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You got to sit down and actually do that.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because then you're going to go, okay, it's not 3 times, it's actually only 1.5 times. It might not be as bad as you think.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first thing you can do. Or you might go, dang, I need to sell 5 times as many houses. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Right.
Right. That'll help you come to your decision.
Yeah. And I'm big on numbers and spreadsheets, and I've got a lot of them right now of pros and cons, actually, just like this, and cost of it would be on a team, and for the different teams that I've interviewed, and I like what a lot of them are saying, and now I'm almost having a difficulty saying no to somebody.
Sure.
Because I'm like, oh, like I like that. I like that what they're doing. I like what they're offering. But then somebody else is offering something with a slightly different pro.
Yep.
Slightly different con, and I'm.
Yep.
So.
The more clear you are on this.
Yeah.
And what you're looking for here, your decisions will get easier.
Okay.
Okay. Like really dial that in.
Okay.
Like it's great that you said you wanted more money, you're looking for passive, you want balance and work with your family. What exactly does that look like? So like mine is in my early 20s, I said that if my son wanted to go fishing or my daughter wanted to go fishing, let's say, and it was a Wednesday, I could pull them out of school and go fishing.
Yeah.
And that none of my companies, none of my debt, none of my businesses would constrict on that. Like that's very, very specific. It helps me make really good decisions today in terms of if somebody says, hey, I want to start this new company and we need your time, we need 50 hours a week out of you. I don't care if the opportunity is $100 million, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
Because I'm really, really clear on what's important. So I think you're there at like a 50,000 foot view. Get real specific. Is it one trip, one vacation to here, or is it a vacation every year to there? Try to get real specific with it, and that'll help as well too. Not sure if the culture of the team, if it's going to work. I don't like being in an unknown spot. So how do you fix it? Like how do you find out if something works or not?
Well, spend time with them.
Okay.
One of the team leaders I've had lots of interaction with and feel very comfortable with.
Sure.
The team dynamic, I have met all of the team members, and they're very supportive.
Sure.
So meeting them and spending time with them.
Yep, that's one way to feel a little bit better.
I also, like, those are all in, like, ideal situations. So
there you go.
I can't just, I feel like I'm not comfortable making a decision because everyone says, hi, hello, how are you? Like, I want to know, like, when the shit hits the fan, like, where's the support level? At what point can't I call you and ask a question? Like, where does that support line stop? Because I think that's important to.
So how do you think you can get that? How do you think you can get that without actually joining a team?
I've gone with to open houses, and I've gone with to appointments to see more of like a business side. Because I think I hope that a team would have a very structure about like the flow and the way they do it. So I think watching somebody in action would be more of a true sign of how that would feel.
There you go.
But I don't know if that's the best way or if you have a.
Just keep digging. You can do it. You got to do now. You just got to think a little bit differently than you thought up to this point, and get in the habit of challenging your brain to make different decisions. So, how can you get a feel for exactly how that team's going to operate without actually joining the team?
If there was like a trial run.
There we go. 30-day free money back guarantee trial run.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be nice. Do you think that a team would see value in that. Like they would, and that would be the other side. I'm very
cautious on their side of it.
Yeah, thoughtful of, I respect my time. I would want them to respect their time.
Absolutely.
So how do you think that would go the other way around?
Date before you get married.
Right.
And just say, hey, I want to try this out. The really good teams are going to feel very confident in their value proposition to you. Yeah. Remember, this isn't about them. You have to make a decision for you and your family of what's most important.
Right.
And the business just fits into that.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. As much as you like other people and you like all these other teams, that's no problem. But you have to make the decision that's best for you when you step in here and for your family. Mm-hmm. And then the business piece comes after that and saying, can we make it a win-win at this point?
Right.
Most of them will actually love that. How's that make you feel?
A lot better.
A lot better, right?
Yeah.
Do it. That's my opinion. Go in the direction that you feel is best. Your gut and your head is not going to, you're going to make a good choice. Go say, listen, I'm almost ready to make this move, but I'm going to try it out for a little bit. And at the end of it, you're going to tell me what you think of me, and I'm going to tell you what I think of you. And if it works and it lines up, then great. If it doesn't, then that's okay.